Welcome back to Bay Area Focus. So what could be better than a cold local craft beer? Well, getting it hand delivered right to your front door wouldn't hurt, and Hopsy is doing just that. Here to discuss is COO and co-founder Andrew Peroy. Thanks, Andrew, for coming on the show and bringing all of this lovely beer here.
It's my pleasure, of course. I'm happy to do it.
All right, tell me how this all works.
So it's pretty simple. My two co-founders and I started Hopsy with a mission. We wanted to build a community of beer enthusiasts who could get the best beer possible and the best beer experience possible at home. And so essentially customers hit our website, www.hopsy.beer, pick and choose different beers from different breweries, and then we deliver fresh, cold craft beer direct from the brewery to the doorstep. And the menu's always changing, so every month there's new limited releases, seasonals, returning favorites. So you just get to pick and choose and discover all kinds of new stuff.
And you can really explore with it, right?
Yep.
That's probably what makes it better than just going to the local store or grocery store and grabbing
Well, there's
beer.
a few things that make it better. So one, it's cold, it's fresh, it's direct from the brewery. So it's the best beer you're going to get if you can't get to the tasting room. The other thing is the pain that we were trying to solve with Hopsy is there's so many amazing craft breweries. There's over 150 if you include brew pubs in the general San Francisco Bay Area. But there's no way we're all going to be able to get to all those tasting rooms. And you're lucky if you can get something on tap. So the only way to get to this beer is to physically go. So we said, okay, well, let's solve that problem. We'll do all that hard work. We'll go to the breweries. We'll bring cold beer out. Customers just pick and choose what they want. And then when they can discover something they love, they can get that beer, go to the tasting room. Tell them you found them on Hopsy. Enjoy your beer.
Yeah, and you can deliver it right to your front door. Can you
Yep.
do that at your workplace?
Yes, so you can get all of this delivered to your workplace.
That's
So we do
awesome.
tons of happy hours. Lots of tech companies do Hopsy, and so we were happy to do it to customers, whether you're an individual or an office, doesn't matter.
Okay, so tell me what you brought here.
All right, so we have a lot of beer. So the cool thing about this, when we started a year ago, there was about 9 breweries and 1 cidery. We've doubled that. We've tripled our menu, and we're bringing on new breweries all the time. So if there's a brewery that we don't have that you want, tell your brewery to come talk to Hopsy. But so we've got lots of stuff. We've got the White Witch IPA from Black Diamond. It's a nice white IPA. We've got a brown ale from Epidemic Ales. We've got Kolsch in this little guy that we'll talk about from Magnolia, Triple Voodoo. Just a slew of big, popular, small batch specialty breweries like Freewheel and Redwood City does English style, just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I love the packaging here.
Thanks. Yeah, these are growlers. So they're 32-ounce growlettes, so it's just under 3 bottles of beer. The bigger bottles that we put in the sub, these are just under a 6-pack.
Okay, so are you going to pour? Am I going to get to taste some of this?
So this is, where we're going to pour from is the sub.
Okay, this is the sub.
This is the sub, and these are the torps. And essentially, it's a countertop, self-chilling draft system for local beer.
So you can have this at your home?
You can have it at your home, your office, whatever makes sense. But you have basically the largest tap room in your living room with this guy. And so I'm going to pour you some beer. Let me take your glass.
Okay.
And so it's really simple. Plug and play, no CO2, no lines to clean. It's simple, made by Krups.
Is there a specific way you should be pouring this?
So usually a 45-degree angle, pull all the way forward, and then you get your beer on tap. Perfect pour, nice thick head.
Yes, I love that. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're tasting the beer. And this is, what kind of beer is this?
This is Kolsch. This is the California Kolsch from Magnolia here in San Francisco.
I love a light beer. This is really good. Can I have another drink?
Yes. You can have as much as you like. Well, that's the cool thing about Hopsy. When you're done, you order for next time. And then it's a great way to discover new beers and new breweries you've never heard of. So
this sub, you said that you can have it in your home. Do you buy it, rent it? What do you do with it?
Yep, you can buy it from Hopsy, and then we'll deliver your beer to it. And then when you're done with the growlers, you give these back. You get $1 credit for these guys. These are recyclable.
Okay. And was it hard getting breweries on board with you?
In the way beginning, it was just 3 guys and an idea. So it was like, hey, we want to start this beer company.
Sure.
It's going to be fun. But and so there were a couple breweries that took a risk. Like, okay, cool idea. Make it happen. And then once we were able to prove that Hopsy exists, customers love it. We're growing fast. We're going in new markets. Lots of breweries are calling us now, which is a cool thing. So we're going to keep bringing on more breweries as the community grows.
So you want to expand outside of the Bay Area as well?
Yeah, so when we first launched, it was just the East Bay. And then we grew into San Francisco as well. Now, 3 weeks ago, we just launched cold shipping across California. So anyone in California can now get cold craft draft beer delivered to their door through Hopsy.
I think this is important because when you think of the Bay Area, right away everyone thinks of wine. Let's go wine tasting. But no, There's a lot of beer here.
There's amazing beer. There's amazing beer here. Men and women who are starting breweries, they're artisans. They do incredible beer. And it's just that we don't usually get to experience it because we can't get to all of them. And they aren't in our grocery stores. So Hopsy decided, well, that's a shame. Let's solve that.
I'm going to ask you the question and then drink the beer as you answer. Okay. How often do you switch the beers around?
Well, we have a menu of about 50 to 60 beers that switches every single month.
150 beers?
So there's about 60 beers that's turning.
60 beers.
Yeah, so we've been through tons and tons of beer, and that's the great thing, right? So every brewery's got staples that just are really fantastic, and then they're putting out new, cool things all the time, and this is a fantastic way to get it.
What is your favorite kind of beer?
My favorite kind of beer, that's an awful question to ask a beer guy, by the way. But, you know, don't go into any brewery asking that question. No, I'm kidding. I love black IPAs, and I love browns. It changes as my mood changes and you know, during the seasons. It's springtime, so there's some cool beers coming out that I'm looking forward to. The Maibach coming from Iron Springs soon. It's just, it's going to be a light, strong beer to celebrate spring, and Saisons are also great too. So, but there's endless styles, so you get lost. It's great.
Yeah, and I love that, you know, your taste changes with the seasons too.
Yeah. I mean, right now we're coming out of winter, so you're coming out of your big, like, dark strongs, your imperial stouts. It's just big malty stuff, and then. But the cool thing is, there's so much beer and there's so much variety on the site. You can have that stuff too. You can go specialty. You can go odd and strange, but you can also get your nice IPAs, your pale ales, your Kolsch, you know, all the stuff that would just make everybody happy. It's there.
All right. Well, this is such a great idea, Andrew. Thank you so much for coming on the show and telling us all about it. And for more information on Hopsy, you can log on to hopsy.beer. Again, that's hopsy.beer. And joining us next is an organization all about bringing local street food to the community. We'll be right back.